Are you thinking about buying a home? How much do you understand about closing costs? Hi, I'm Dave Steinberg, and this is your Summit Minute. When you buy a home, you're going to be responsible for paying certain closing costs. Now, the specific closing costs will vary depending on which market you're in. It'll depend on a lot of specifics of your loan. But generally speaking, there are three kinds of closing costs. For starters, there are closing costs that are absolutely uniform. So for example, if you have an attorney, your attorney is going to charge the same amount no matter who you work with. If you are buying a home, you're going to probably take title insurance. The title insurance will be the same no matter what else you do. There are a series of costs that are exactly uniform, and you need to expect those. The second kind of costs are the costs that are lender specific. Now, depending on your credit, depending on the loan program you take, you may or may not have to take points. And there, working with one lender could give you a different cost than working with another lender. The bank closing costs, the associated fees, sometimes there's a difference. In my experience, those differences are small, and working with a mortgage broker, we have all sorts of advantages. We know about programs that you might not otherwise find, but that's where you really have to focus your attention. The third kind of costs are what we call prepaid expenses. Now, prepaid expenses, again, have two different kinds. So, number one, they're the costs you pay upfront. For example, when you buy a home, you're going to pay the first month of interest. Let's say you close on the 15th, you're going to pay from the 15th to the 30th upfront. You'll pay 15 or 16 days of interest upfront, uniform across all lenders. You'll pay for taxes due. Whatever the taxes are due immediately, you're going to have to pay for it. If you're buying a home, you're going to need homeowners insurance, and you'll have to pay for a year of that upfront. So those are the prepaid expenses that you're going to encounter. The second flavor of prepaid expenses are the escrows. And many of our lenders allow you the choice of deciding whether or not to escrow. And escrows are about paying the same amount every month to the bank and then having the bank pay your real estate taxes, your homeowner's insurance, and things like that. You may have a choice, and for some people, paying it themselves is easy. For others, they decide to escrow. That's up to you. One of the big mistakes people make when comparing estimates of closing costs is they don't compare apples to apples. So for example, one lender might assume 6 months of prepaid taxes and the other might assume 3 months of prepaid taxes. In fact, they're all the same because these are assumptions and the reality will end up being very, very close. If you have any questions about closing costs or any other mortgage question, reach out to me. I'm Dave Steinberg, and I'm here to help.